They say that it is better to try and fail than never to try at all. This was the case with the Tomba series, a series that was created after a designer chose to leave a company due to his desire to create a new and original game. Tomba, or Tombi in European territories, is a 1997 platform adventure game developed by Whoopee Camp and published by Sony Computer Entertainment for the original PlayStation. It was created by Tokuro Fujiwara, who worked at Capcom for 13 years. As mentioned before, he felt that he could not create an original game at Capcom. Fujiwara was involved in the development of many games like Mega Man, Ghosts and Goblins, and Sweet Home. After leaving the company, he formed Whoopee Camp and started working on Tomba. In the game, you control Tomba, a feral child with pink hair, as he attempts to recover his grandfather's golden bracelet from a race of evil pigs called Coma. Tomba's bracelet is stolen following a confrontation with a group of Coma pigs. After pursuing them, he is directed to a 100-year-old wise man who informs Tomba of the 7 evil pigs and how to retrieve it. While most of the game is from a side-scrolling perspective, Tomba can also climb over walls to move from the background and foreground areas of the level. Some areas can even be explored in an isometric view. The main character can attack enemies by leaping onto them and biting their backs before throwing and slamming them. It is a very funny experience no matter how many times you view it. You also get various weapons that include flails, boomerangs, and grapples. The player can interact with characters and environmental elements that can cause an event to be initiated. These events are missions in which Tomba is either given a task or an obstacle to overcome. These include clearing blockades in the path, finding lost items, rescuing a stranded character, or bringing items to other characters. The game includes a total of 130 events. The signposts you see along the game help you with understanding the controls and abilities, with some also being a save point. Your health is based on vitality points that start at 4. These points are lost if you're hit by an enemy, fall into a certain area, or touch sharp objects. Vitality points can be restored by eating fruit, lunchboxes, sandwiches, or being healed. This game received positive reviews and received many praises that include gameplay, variety, controls, and visuals. However, it did receive criticism for overlapping events that resulted in players getting sidetracked. The slow load times and the limited save system were definite no-nos. Promotional plush figurines of Tomba and Coma Pig were distributed in limited quantities around the game's original release date. The figures were also offered as prizes in a sweepstake run by Gamers Republic in 1999. Tomba was re-released on the PlayStation Network in Japan on July 2011. Next up, we have Tomba 2 or Tombi 2, The Evil Swine Return, still developed by Whoopee Camp and published by Sony, released in 1999 for the original PlayStation. Tomba 2 retains the basic game mechanics as the previous game, with additions of the game being displayed in fully 3D environments and now having collectible suits that boost Tomba's abilities. A now grown Tomba returns on a different continent and must defeat the evil pigs again and now rescue his girlfriend, Tabby. Attacking an enemy is just like the previous game, with additions of new weapons like hammers and a pig ball. Attacking enemies raises a magic meter on the bottom left corner of the screen that help you with other abilities. Suits are equipable items in the second game that give Tomba special abilities such as gliding, swimming, and the ability to speak the pig language. They can be obtained by clearing events and can be found in treasure chests. Most of them are actually essential to progress in the game. After defeating an evil pig boss, Tomba can obtain evil pig robes that can be used to defeat enemies. These powers differ between the robes and the cost of magic when used. Magical feathers known as charity wings are scattered throughout the game, which can be used to instantly transport Tomba to any area that has previously been visited. The game continues to have Tomba interact and activate events. There are a total of 137 events to complete in this game. 4 of them can be unlocked if the player has a save file from the first game on the same memory card as Tomba 2. The game received positive reviews and was praised for being an improvement from the first game. The other praises include the responsiveness of the controls, the environment, the items and weapons, the camera movement, interesting gameplay, and graphics. But it did also get criticism for the events that sidetrack the player and how time-consuming some events are. It was also criticized for the lack of difficulty of certain missions like simple and repetitive boss fights and the lack of more interesting puzzles. Tomba 2 was re-released on the PlayStation Network in Japan in 2011 and in Europe in 2012, and in North America in 2015. The Japanese version is known as Tomba: The Wild Adventures. Like most of the Lost game series, Tomba built a cult following since its release. So much so that you would definitely be paying more than usual for an original copy of any of the Tomba games. So, where is Tomba 3? In an interview, Tokuro Fujiwara stated that they were working on Tomba 3 and that there was also an alpha version demo just for the developers. However, these games were trashed as Whoopee Camp ended up being bankrupt. Whoopee Camp had only got to release these two games and had to shut down in the year 2000. After the defunct of the company, several employees went to Access Games. Access Games are known for these games. There has also been no news on any work being done for another Tomba game, but there has also been no confirmation that there will not be another game and or remake, so there is still a chance. Before we go, let's see some extra facts on the Tomba series. In the first game, the main theme song for the US version is an instrumental version of Paradise by Tokyo Q Channel, and for the European version, the song No Sweat by North and South was used. You can unlock extra weapons on a new game by entering a cheat. In the Japanese version, you can trigger different hair colors by pressing a set of keys on the options menu. In the second game, only the US has complete voice acting, while the European versions have multilingual options. The Japanese version has an extended intro and a completely different soundtrack. You can hold L1 plus R1 and introduce circle, triangle, square, and cross on the start screen to have access to weapons and levels. That is it for today's video, but please tell us what you think about this PlayStation classic. Did you ever play these games, and would you like to see a remake or sequel? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this at Game Circle TV.